Alien Isolation is arguably one of the best horror games ever made. In my opinion, I certainly think it's the best Alien video game that's ever been made. And while a lot of people know about the story with Amanda Ripley and everything she went through, few people know about the prequel story by Dark Horse Comics that precedes the video game. It's called Alien Isolation, and it's kind of an anthology series, slightly, because it tells 3 separate stories with 3 different characters, but everything comes together by the end of it. The particular story we're going to look at today is called A Warm Place. There's something deeply unsettling about A Warm Place. Not because of what the main character sees, but because of how intimate it all is. You know, this is not a story about being hunted by a xenomorph. This is a story about being claimed. A man named Meeks wakens in the abandoned hospital wing on board the Sevastopol space station. The environment already tells us the truth before he ever realizes it. The hospital is no longer a place of healing. It has become a hive. Organic walls pulse where sterile corridors once stood. This is a womb now, not a ward. Now, Meeks doesn't remember how he got here. His head is pounding, his stomach turns, and nausea overwhelms him. And this sickness isn't random. This is the body trying to reject what the mind hasn't accepted quite yet. Then he sees the egg. The moment the creature emerges, panic takes over. A xenomorph runs right behind him and he starts to run. The xenomorph gives chase, and this is all familiar alien imagery. But this story quickly abandons the physical rules of reality. Meeks stumbles into a room filled with figures that shouldn't exist. They're like xenomorph, humanoid constructs, synthetic and organic at the same time, speaking in unison, all saying his name. But you see, these are not enemies attacking him, they're recognizing him. And see, this is the first crack in the illusion. Meeks isn't just running through a hive, he's running through himself, through the shared consciousness forming around his mind as a facehugger does its work. The abrasions, the impossible architecture, the looping corridors, they mirror the way dreams collapse space and logic. And the sound that follows him, that familiar droning pulse, isn't just an ambient noise, it's the hive calling inward. Eventually, Meeks sees the silhouette of the derelict ship, and this is the same ship that goes all the way back to the first Alien movie from 1979. This is a symbol burned into the DNA of this universe. The origin point, the altar. I mean, this is the place where humanity first reached into the darkness and pulled something sacred and catastrophic into the light. And then the dream breaks. It's all over. Meeks wakes in a bedroom, warm, safe, human, sort of childlike if you look around. This looks like a room a toddler would sleep in. And then a woman enters, his mother, or at least the idea of her. She asks if he had a bad dream, and Meeks says that it felt so real, too real. He seeks comfort and embraces her. As he hugs her, the woman steps into the light and we see that she isn't real. She's another abrasion, as she says, "Mother's here." And the alarm clock this entire time has been going off non-stop, but we see on the screen there isn't a time, it just flashes a single word, Anesidora. And just then reality reasserts itself. Meeks actually is not safe. He never was. He's not awake. He is in the hospital bed, but there's a facehugger latched onto his face, threading the hive into his mind. And this right here is where A Warm Place becomes truly horrifying. First of all, the word Anesidora is from Greek mythology. It's an epithet of Pandora. It means sender of gifts. Pandora, the first woman, was not created as a blessing. She was a beautifully wrapped punishment. When she opened the jar, she released suffering, disease, death, all the evils of the world. The parallel is unmistakable. If you haven't caught on yet, what I'm saying is this woman that Meeks saw, Anesidora, all of it, it's all connected. This is the Xenomorph Goddess. She is the sender of the gift of union. Alien Bloodlines gives us the missing pieces that transforms A Warm Place from a nightmare into a revelation. You see, it's this story that confirms what a warm place only whispers. When a facehugger subdues a host, that host becomes one with the hive. Not metaphorically, literally. Unit Chief Gabriel Cruz, unconscious under a facehugger, saw the xenomorphs, and he didn't just see the ones that existed, he saw the ones that will exist in the future. Time collapses inside the hive. Creation and future are the same thing, and within that shared vision always appears a single entity, the woman in the dark. She's described as biomechanical, feminine, elongated, slender limbs, long fingers, curved horns that frame her head like a crown, and she doesn't attack. She simply observes. She is always looking for them. And most disturbing of all, she appears in dreams. One of the synthetics in this story, named Iris, offers the most chilling interpretation. The goddess represents the inevitable end result of humanity's encounter with the xenomorph. Humanity does not merely fight the hive, it is drawn to it in the same way it was drawn to Prometheus' fire. It seeks to join with the fire it discovered, and in doing so, it is erased. You know, it was always theorized that the goddess was just some nightmarish figure. She wasn't real. Aliens Icarus kind of changed that. But whether she's physical or not, that's not what matters, because to the hive, belief and biology are the same thing. When Meeks sees his mother, it isn't comfort, it's presentation. The goddess appears not as a monster, but as the most primal symbol of safety and origin. Motherhood, creation, home. The hive doesn't conquer through fear alone, it seduces through familiarity. The hospital, the womb, the mother, the hive, all the same place. And the alarm clock revealing Anesidora isn't a random Easter egg, it's the story telling us exactly who Meeks embraced. He didn't hug a memory right here, he hugged the sender of gifts, the architect of the end. The events of this story isn't just a nightmare, it's an invitation. Meeks' dream isn't his mind unraveling, it's the hive introducing itself. The humanoid constructs whispering his name aren't threats, they're welcoming him into the chorus. And the derelict ship he sees isn't a warning, it's a reminder of where this communion began. The goddess doesn't chase him, she waits, because she knows something Meeks doesn't. There is no escape once the dream begins. A warm place reframes the alien mythos from body horror into existential horror. And the scariest part isn't the chest burster, it's the realization that the hive doesn't just kill you, it knows you. And when it finally reaches out, it does so with a mother's face, a warm embrace, and a gift humanity was never meant to unwrap. This actually goes all the way back to the very first Alien movie when Kane first woke up. The first thing he said, or one of the first things he says, was that he had a nightmare. And obviously the whole Xenomorph Goddess concept wasn't an original concept from 1979. She was a concept that came later, but it all connects, and it always goes right back to the first movie, which I love that about the Alien universe. I love how they always connect things going all the way back to that first movie with the derelict ship, with the space jockey and things like that. First of all, if you want to read Alien Bloodlines, I have a link down below where you can get the entire story. It's an omnibus called Aliens Galaxy of Nightmares. And not only does it have Alien Bloodlines, it also has Alien Icarus and Aliens Revival and a few other stuff in there too, including concept art and annual stories, prequel stories. It's a really thick book that's really worth it, trust me. I have a link down below. I'll also post a link where you can get 80 other different books, Predator, Alien vs. Predator, and Alien comic books, as well as novels. And don't forget guys, I am still selling my complete chronological timeline list of the entirety of the Alien universe, from Alien Stalker to Predator Killer of Killers, all the way down to Predator Badlands and so on and so forth. This list includes every comic book, every novel, every spin-off, every prequel story, every sequel story, every movie, every episode of Alien Earth, everything that is canon to the Alien universe. All the Predator books, everything in chronological order. It took me months to pile up this list together. You won't find it anywhere else. You won't find it, nobody on YouTube has it. You won't Google it, can't chat GPT it. This is a forensic, deeply forensic, clean timeline. So if you're interested in that, I'll also leave my PayPal down below. Remember, with this list, you are buying authority, and you're buying something that will never have you confused ever again. I'll also include free links to free comic book websites if you want to read these comics on your own for free. No downloads, no nothing. This list is for the few. It's not for the casuals, but I'll be sure to leave everything down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for your love and support, and I'll see you next time.